We're here with Angie from Angie Baylison Consulting, who's going to talk to us about managing sleep. Thanks for joining us, Angie.
Thank you.
Now, how many hours sleep a night should babies be getting?
Okay, well, this is what every parent asks.
I bet.
And again, it's really important to remember that every child is different. Some babies are more wakeful than others. Normally, like a newborn baby, they work on a 24-hour cycle of feeding and sleeping. So from about 6 weeks, they're normally having about 5 to 6 sleeps per 24 hours. And as they get a little bit older, they're actually able to stay awake a bit longer. So, for example, for a baby who's 3 months of age, they might have 3 to 4 sleeps, and maybe start having more specific day sleeps, and you're hoping for a little bit longer night sleeps, night stretch. For about 6 months, they're having normally about 3 day sleeps, and again, they don't need as many feeds at night, so you're hoping for longer stretches at night. By about 9 to 12 months, they're having 2 day sleeps, and by about 1 year of age, they're having 1 day sleep, and you're hoping for a sleep right through the night.
Yes, definitely. Are there techniques that parents should adopt when trying to get their babies to sleep?
Yes, there are many techniques, and a lot of the time it's very confusing for parents out there. Some of the techniques are rocking the baby to sleep, patting the baby, using a dummy, driving around the block 10 times in the middle of the night trying to get the baby to sleep. It's also feeding the baby to sleep. The most important thing for parents to be aware of, if they're using all of these techniques or even one of these techniques for the baby's sleep time for every cycle of their sleep time, then a baby's actually not going to learn to go to sleep by themselves. And from about 6 weeks of age is actually when they get a little bit more aware of their environment. They're thinking, parents are starting to get used to this whole parenting idea, getting to know their baby, babies getting to know them. So normally from about 6 weeks of age, I recommend parents for at least one of their sleeps, try and put the baby to sleep awake in their cot or their bassinet, and try and think of a different sort of a cycle of sleep, feed and play, which I'm sure most people have heard about. And so the child's going to sleep awake. When they wake up, they're having a feed, then they have a play, and then they're awake and they're back to going to a sleep. So it's a whole cycle. Parents, if their child is upset, what they need to do is just make a really nice environment conducive to sleep. So drawing the curtains, having some calm time before they put the baby down. You can't just rush in from loud music to say, right, my baby's going to go to sleep. It's got to be a very relaxed environment, singing a quiet song, wrapping your baby, and slowly the baby's going to say, oh, there's the wrap, now it's time for sleep. They might not be happy about it, but put their baby to sleep in the cot or the bassinet, and gentle shh or patting, rather settle their baby in the cot, awake if they're upset, then holding them in their arms, because again, they are going to get reliant on those sleeping aids if they're used all the time.
And what are some of the contributing factors to why kids are unsettled?
There are many. The main reason, and people always laugh at this, is that the baby's overtired, because it's really hard to pick up on. And once a baby's overtired, it's really hard for them to settle. Sometimes it might be that they've got a wet or a dirty nappy. They might be too hot or too cold. They might just need a nice cuddle and a bit of quiet time. They also might have too much of a busy day as well. So too much of a hectic day, in and out the car, in and out the pram. There's also some babies might have some medical conditions or reflux as well, which is really hard to pick up on sometimes. They might be hungry. Sure. There are many different reasons.
What sort of signs can parents look for when their kids are tiring a bit?
Definitely that young babies sort of clenching their fists, very jerky body movements, yawning like adults do, rubbing their eyes, and also just starting to get really whingy. But sometimes babies can be playing really, really happily 1 minute, and then the next minute showing one or all of these signs. So definitely. That's something I can't emphasise enough for parents, to try and get to know their baby and say, right, what's happened now? Have they had a feed? Are they ready for bed? Where are they on that cycle?
Definitely.
It's really important for parents to trust their own instincts. Nowadays, especially for new parents, there is so much information out there. Parents don't know which way to turn, and I normally recommend saying choose 2 health professionals and 2 friends or family with similar child rearing beliefs. They can be your main support, the main person you go to with what do I do if my child cries at 2 in the morning. And obviously listen to everybody else is going to give advice, and you can take that or leave it.
Yep.
But to remember your own instincts, you're the one that knows your baby the best for parents, and to remember that, because again, you're the one that needs to get up and look after this baby, and it's a matter of just finding what you're comfortable with, finding the technique and go with it.
That's great. Thanks for joining us, Angie.
No problem.